Welcome to It's Not That Serious Podcast. I'm Elodie.
And I'm Alea.
And this is episode 12. Okay, so.
How you feeling, sis?
I'm feeling great. How are you feeling?
Too. I'm honestly feeling a mess. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. My hair, I woke up today, it looked a mess. It just looked too crazy today. Even the Starbucks lady was like, you look different. And I'm like, I know, right? Is it my hair?
Not your Starbucks lady knowing you.
She's like, I honestly recognize you from your voice, but I seen you. I'm like, is that her? I'm like, I know, is my hair.
But what she mean by that? I think you look fresh.
She said my hair looks darker, but sis, something's like with my hair. I don't know.
I like it.
But yeah.
Okay.
Feeling good though. We actually have a guest coming, you guys. We're excited.
Actually, yeah. We've been planning this. But I want to do a little recap before he gets here.
Okay, go ahead.
What have we been on, sis? It's been like, what, 3 weeks?
My birthday, my 28th birthday. You guys, I had the best birthday. I literally, honestly, my birthday was this was the best one, I think.
Really? You did say that about
I feel like it honestly was so good because I did everything that I wanted to do, planned the birthday from the morning to the dinner I wanted to go to. I loved it. I had a good birthday.
You kept saying one word, and I'm like, this is perfect to describe the situation. Intentional.
Yeah.
You woke up, you did your video, you did your dinner. You had people around you that went with your flow.
Yeah.
Didn't create their own.
Elodie has me nervous because she has a video and I do not want to cry. So I'm a little nervous right now.
So, this podcast,
she busted herself out.
I really did, because I'm over here saving the videos right now. But, this podcast is just a memory for us, too, that we can look back at. And 28 is a big deal, sis. 28 years of life.
I feel grown.
I mean, we are grown. And, we're flourishing. And, I just wanted to gather some words from your loved ones.
Yeah. Sis, I do not want to cry today.
You know what?
You guys, I've cried too much. I honestly feel because I'm literally so in tune with my emotions.
Yeah.
That it just makes me so vulnerable. Now, before you knew me.
Yeah.
I never was the type to show any type of emotion.
No.
Now I'm just I want to cry.
And it's okay to cry. Because these are tears of joy, okay? They're not sadness.
You guys, somebody put me on a billboard, and honestly, that was
yo, legendary.
On top. That was dope.
Iconic.
He might get some coochie after that.
Sis.
Just kidding.
He already know I still don't like him. Okay, so hold on.
I'm just
start
kidding,
with your parents.
My parents?
Your parents.
Okay, let's see.
What's your favorite memory of her? Okay.
Oh my God, when I was little.
We used to tell her before we used to go to people's houses and we knew the house was dirty or had a smell. Alea, don't say anything to these people or don't clean it. The minute we walked in, she started cleaning these people's houses saying, oh, I can't eat here. And we used to just look at
Sis, you've been that way.
Aw.
Now you can slide left.
I love you.
He got shy.
He's always shy. Slide, babe.
Sorry. Go to, you can do Monty.
Money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Favorite memory with her? Do you have a favorite memory?
Twinning them.
When we were dancing.
Hey, sister, you know I love you if I'm making a video because I don't do stuff like this.
She did say that.
Anyways, happy birthday. I love you and I hope you had the best day ever because I know I did. I had so much fun.
Happy birthday, Blair.
What do you love about her?
She got money.
Be fucking for real, Gianni.
She funny. She one of my most favorite aunts.
Okay.
They're so
He's
ghetto.
so grown.
Birthday, Sissy Pooh. I love you so much. I hope you had the best day on Thursday because I think we had too much fun, babe.
Too much fun,
I
babes.
think way too much fun, babe.
Too much fun.
But seriously, I hope this year brings you nothing but blessings on blessings because you definitely deserve that shit. Keep being the boss bitch that you are, and I'm so proud of everything you have accomplished, and I can't wait to see what else you accomplish because I know you will. Thank you for everything you have done for me lately because I really don't know how I would get through it if I didn't have you by my side. But yeah, I love you so much.
Hi, boo.
I know. I'm posting that.
I know that Elodie wanted a really
the video, but in reality, it's that
Sarah Boo.
when you're ready, and I'm gonna just let the internet see me like this, okay? Period. I wanted to wish you an amazing birthday. Well, you already had an amazing birthday from what we've been talking about, but my favorite memory with you will always and forever be when you dropped the cheese at that one kickback that we had when we were like still in high school.
You dropped the cheese, sis?
You were like drinking and you were just so upset, and I was just so happy to share my cheese platter with everyone, and then boom, you just literally threw it all over the floor. So nobody got cheese or crackers that day, but it's okay. I just wanted to tell you how much I love you. I can't wait to see what 28 has in store for you. You're an amazing friend. You're an amazing woman. And I am wishing you so much success. I know that God has big plans for you. And I hope that you know that He is on your side. You are going to accomplish a lot of amazing things, not only this year, but always. And I can't wait to see what 28 looks like. I love you, and I hope that you enjoy this little clip.
That was
That's
so
it.
cute. Aw,
Mine-
thank you, sis.
Of course. You know, when you did that for
I
me,
knew your
felt
ass was
so
gonna do
special.
something.
I have to, because you know what? At the end of the day, like, it's the people that matter, you know, and
Yeah.
their words mean a lot. And I know you love your family, and you have so many friends, so I could only really get a handful of people to do this. But you know, I admire
I'm
you.
so thankful.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really did have like the best birthday ever. But honestly, you guys, it really truly is because I did everything I wanted to do. Like if you show up for yourself, you will literally have the best birthday ever.
Yeah.
You can have the best year ever, and we say that constantly. Just show up for yourself, like from the morning to the night. Like I did everything I wanted to do.
Yep.
Like everybody else who did something to me, that was just an add-on, but it was still so special to me. You know?
Yeah, like there was no expectations from anybody.
None.
Like whatever they did was purely out of their heart, and you loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. But yeah, it was a good birthday. Thank you, though, sis. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for being alive.
Yeah.
And well,
I know.
And Malaya. I'm not
love
good
ya.
at being soft, but you know I love you.
Oh, I'm like, I used to be like that. And now I'm such a soft biatch. Like, I'm so soft. It's insane.
I know.
You remember I
inspire
never
me.
cried, sis?
No, sis.
I used to be like, do you have emotions?
That's what admires me. I admire a lot about you. Like, I feel like I could just be my true vulnerable self and
Yeah.
not get judged, you know, around you. And that's a big deal to have in friends. So,
Yeah. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. But
yeah, you're so welcome. I was just going to say, speaking of emotions and vulnerability and being women,
Yeah.
we have a special guest here who is one of our friends. His name is Fad. He is a business owner of many businesses, an IT guy. I met him at Akileh Cocina, and I introduced him to my friend Malaya.
I met him one time, so all I know is he's a rich man, and I like to talk to rich men. So let's see how these go, okay?
And he also has his own podcast, so this
Yeah, he
is going to
does.
be super interesting.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny guy.
And
I'm
he's
excited.
he's going to keep it real, y'all.
Yeah.
Very real. So whatever y'all want to know, we probably will talk about today.
Yeah, no, for real.
real.
Oh, by the way, I just dropped Amore Cosmetics, so go shop. Literally the best lip gloss ever. I'm actually working on some new things coming on for Valentine's Day too, so.
Everyone, this is Fad. Woo! Round of applause. Baby, make that ass clap.
How are you today?
Good. How are you guys?
Yeah.
Good.
So Elodie tells me, you know, you have your own podcast. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we do a podcast about relationships.
Yeah.
We've done it in Chicago for some time. It's been over 2 years of doing it. We've kind of slimmed back on doing it, but
Yeah, I love
eventually we
that.
get back into it. It's a lot of work podcasting. Yeah.
When you say we, you and who?
Me and my team. I have
Okay.
a team of people that run it.
I think that's what really made us connect, because you were telling me about the things you do talk about on your podcast, and we have different views, right? So you mentioned relationships. What about relationships that you guys talk about?
We did relationship dynamics. So basically, male, female's difference, you know, because society's changed a lot in general. And sometimes, you know, you get yourself a woman or get yourself a man that really you kind of hold on to for a long period of time, and you're like, well, why am I in this? You
Right,
know?
why am I
And
holding on to this?
Older guys and younger guys are different, you know.
Yeah. Are you currently in a relationship?
I'm talking to someone, yeah. I have somebody I speak to, yeah. I'd rather I'm
Is
pretty
this
media
serious?
trained. I'm pretty media trained, so we could let's defer from this question. Let's just talk into relationships.
Okay.
So past relationships, current. What
You
about
don't like
you
to
guys?
talk about your present relationship?
Nah, I think rather keeping that private is in
It's probably
I
the
best
agree with
terms
that,
for a
though.
lot of people.
Especially if it's fresh. There's really, like, you don't want to say too much.
Just in general for the people that are in it, because the
Yeah.
more people know about you, the more I feel like they could use that against you. Do you ever see a guy that's like hurting over a relationship? Mm-hmm. And if he's talking to one person about that relationship and another person, other men think he's weak.
Yeah.
And then women until we're like, oh, this guy's weak. Oh, she left him and now he's sad. You ever had that happen?
No, but
I've
No?
had it happen.
So when a guy starts talking about she left me, I'm calling her, she's not answering.
like we
what's
see
going
him
on?
as soft.
oh, okay,
You do. You start seeing
Like
that's
he's
a feminine
needy.
male. Hey, leave her alone, right? You'll find better. But it's that attachment when a guy opens up his heart, it's hard for him to just say, hey, let me leave her alone.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's where relationships and everything we've talked about on my
Don't work?
podcast and there. No, just you're going to get yourself a crazy man. But
I've dealt with a lot of
he's
crazy men.
crazy, he's nuts, he's there. No, he actually cares about you now.
No, but
so now boundaries are being set on you.
I think when men see, this is my thing. I think men will hurt you and then start to chase you because they know, like, when you finally showed, like, you walked away, like, oh, or you pissed a girl off. Oh, she actually cared. So then they're like, oh, let me get her back because I didn't think she cared as much. I feel like that's how men think.
No, men don't leave women. Women leave men. No matter what kind of caliber man you are, you could be super rich, you could have everything you want, that woman will still leave you because men are good in general. Like they see it as I'm just saying they're loyal. Men are loyal,
No, men are not.
Wait,
that
No,
loyal.
no. I'm talking about.
Slow your roll, Fad.
Are you saying
men ain't that loyal?
Hold on. Are you saying like men are loyal to stay with the woman? Or are you saying they're not cheating at all?
When a man
like, there's no
opens
infidelity.
up, no, I'm not saying not cheating. I'm saying when a man opens up and he loves hard, right? So that feeling doesn't go away. He can go out and have sex with another girl, right? That means absolutely nothing. He would still care for you and do everything you want him to do as a
That's
man. I'm just saying in general, women.
Men do think like that, yes. So I agree with you.
I've seen guys hurt over a woman that they've cheated on and trying to get her back and do everything where they try to change, right? That's the man that they always wanted, but it's too late. Mm-hmm. Like, as a man, you're putting that extra effort into this woman because you want her back, so you'll change. You'll do everything you can to make her happy, but she's already checked out. You need to leave her alone, too.
So what does it mean when a man does leave?
When a man does leave you, you've embarrassed him in front of his people. His friends, per se, you're not kind enough and you're too aggressive. And women now like want to play the boss bitch mentality, right? I'm a boss. That I don't want nothing to do with a boss, and neither do other guys. Because
Why is it that you guys want nothing to do with the boss?
Look, we want to be able to help you guys out.
Yeah.
Okay. Like we don't cook, we don't clean, we don't do that stuff, right? We want a woman that does do that stuff because you guys are good at that stuff. But we can do other stuff. We can do gutters. We can, you go take your car in, we can fix and talk to and negotiate, so you're not taken advantage of, because that's what happens to you women. You get taken advantage of at the mechanic shops. You take your car in a mechanic shop or I take my car in, I guarantee you I'm getting a better deal than you because I already know. So we're not good at cooking and cleaning and putting that on the table, but we're good at helping other things, taking care of you in general. But women now don't want that. I'm going to take care of myself. I make my own money, and then I do whatever the fuck I want,
Do you think that's why men cheat?
Men cheat. For a man to cheat, he's never really ran through a lot of women. So in general, what that means is like, okay, like if you have a high caliber man. So like, what kind of man are we talking about? Are we talking about a 23, 24-year-old?
Let's use you as an example.
Okay. For me to cheat would be just a level of disrespect. If I keep feeling disrespected by you, and I know, hey, you're gonna leave me anyway, then I'm older. I'm gonna start like looking around. Doesn't mean I'm cheating, but I can start looking at my options,
Yeah.
And then I don't really qualify under like a regular man in general,
Why do you say that?
because I make a significant amount of money. I have all the stuff that, I could look for a wife right away and within 3 months get married. It's not hard for me to get women because I'm accomplished. I'm ready to go. It's hard for me to find a good woman that actually is going to take care of me and do the things I want to do, but the more accomplished you are as a man, women chase you. You're not chasing them as much.
You mentioned a good woman, though. What is a good woman to you?
What would you define as a good woman?
Great question. I think a good woman is someone that has morals and doesn't just fold for anything, can be very solid alone,
Can show vulnerability too.
can show vulnerability, and, be able to stand on her own 2 feet without a man. That's what I think a good woman is.
That's a good woman in sense of like she grew up maybe with a good family. She's in line with herself, but a good woman is there for her man. That's what I think a good woman is.
Serve her man?
Not serve her man, being about her man. Like, hey, what are we going to do this weekend? Hey, I'm going to make plans with you this weekend. What are we going to do? Like, always ask.
Do men like that? Like when girls always
like that,
initiate everything?
Not initiate, but just like put them first. Hey, are we going to do anything this weekend? Because I'm thinking of going out with my friends, And then a good woman really, like, we're in a different age, right? We're in the TikTok, Instagram.
Social media, yeah.
We're in the social media age. That's changed what a good woman is, Like, I can't compete with a woman that has 20 or 30,000 followers, okay? When a woman has a lot of followers, okay, and she posts a picture, she's getting so much validation and so much dopamine from Instagram or TikTok, the hearts and all that.
Wait, so you wouldn't talk to a girl with a lot of followers?
I'm saying I'll talk to her, but I know that it's never going to
last.
You're
not taking her serious.
No, I can take her serious. I'm just saying that it's hard to say I can provide the same level of validation that she's getting from those 100, 200 men, right? No matter how much I make, no matter how good I am, no matter how physically in great shape I get, it doesn't matter because I can't get that kind of dopamine rush that she can get just from her phone, and she always going to have options. There's no way.
So you're saying you got to be with someone that has no social media, no phone?
I'm saying is you slowly have to set those kind of boundaries or you're going to lose your woman because when couples get together,
and what
right?
about a man? The men are always the ones liking the pictures, looking at half-naked women.
Those are usually single men. It's always single
so
men.
you don't
there's
do
a
that?
lot of men in relationships that also do that. They'll date a woman.
If a man is liking a bunch of girls' pictures and that, he's not really in a real relationship. He's playing the game.
I think so too. I think if you're in a relationship, a man will be in a relationship with a girl with no ass or no titties, but be in somebody's likes who has the biggest ass and the biggest titties. Like, is that what you want, or why are you dating me?
No, I agree fully with that.
Yeah, they're not really in the relationship. I agree.
After a while, the body means nothing. So if you want a high caliber man, it doesn't matter how the girl looks after a while. He's with her for her personality and her heart and how she is in general, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like you guys. Look, by the time we're all 55, 60, looks have faded, correct? Mm-hmm. So you're going to choose what you want. And it's really the personality and who you can deal with and who you can't. I always say it is like, who can you watch TV with, right? Because that's really what it comes down to. Who can I sit at home with and then we're okay? Because if you're not okay and you guys always need to do something, like, that's not the woman for every man, right?
Well, can I ask you, why aren't you married? Or
Well, I've put my effort into my business, and you have to sacrifice. Either I'm gonna be in a full out relationship, or I'm gonna do business, and that's the biggest kicker. You could look at all the men that have Fortune 500 companies or billionaires, right? Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they're all divorced, right? Why do you think that? Because they have to, no matter what, now do things for their business. So that means go and do events, right? Your wife is going to go to an event with you, right? If she's sitting there insulting you and acting a certain way towards you, how long do you think she's going to stay around? Because no matter
what,
what,
want to be with a woman that's insulting you.
But she was your wife before you were successful, or she was the girl you were with before you were super successful. Now you get more and more success. That also is a kicker, So as I've grown more and more successful, I've lost women, and I've cared for them. I guarantee you, I've loved these women, and I've lost them, and I know I could never get them back. But then after 5 months of no communication, 6 months, and they see you rising up, they always come back. That's what I always tell people. Women always come back. The more successful you are, they always come back. And then I've already moved on, And that's the same. As soon as that woman has moved on and she's gotten another man, she's only with you because that other man said no, or she's trying to get back with you because of your status. I've had exes reach out all the time. I just don't answer anymore. It's not worth it. Like once you've had sexual relations as a woman with another man, right? It's over. Your man that you were with for years, right? He's never going to take you back. Or it's always going to be in the back of his head like, is she only with me because that guy said no? And that's what I always say. I don't know this comment right here in general, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, so I apologize, is one guy's one-night stand is another guy's 4-year relationship. And that's the biggest pride killer, too. Hey, you know what, bro? I know you got a lot of money. I know you do really well for yourself, but I fucked your bitch. I know you laugh. Yeah, you're right. Laugh about it. But that's the biggest strike to a man's ego. Tell you? That's the biggest strike to a man's ego.
I have a question. Okay, so I feel like a lot of older men, because you said you don't want to talk about your relationship. I don't know if you're in a relationship or not. You're dating, but a lot of older men date younger women. I want to know, why is that? Is it because you guys can't handle a grown woman that does have her boundaries and been through it all and like to take advantage of younger women because they will listen?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I just want to know what you think, because I feel like that's a question.
Okay, so listen, men date younger because, okay, I don't know how old you guys are, but let's just say you're getting in your 30s, right? Mm-hmm. From the most attractive you're going to be is in your 20s, from 20 to 25 to 27. I know you're going to say whatever. You start getting work done and you start looking better, and I know some girls in their 30s.
We haven't gotten no work done.
I'm just saying, I know some girls that look phenomenal.
But I don't agree with that though, because I feel like the older I get, I feel like I'm
getting prettier. Yeah, prettier. So like fine like wine, you know.
Yeah,
I got you. Well,
no, for real.
We can agree to disagree on that. But like, if we go back to the topic, like you're saying,
okay.
A man that dates younger is okay. I don't want a 30-year-old or 27-year-old or 28-year-old that's been with at least 8 guys that I know. Okay, you've gained miles, and
why are you looking for women like that though?
We're not looking. How are you saying we're looking?
You attract
by the time
like that.
By the time you're older as a woman, you've experienced a good significant of men. So you've been in the relationship where the guy hit you. You've been into the relationship where the guy did this.
Can't relate.
I'm just saying a lot of women have. I mean, maybe you can't relate, but you've been, hey, I've been with the cheap motherfucker. I've been with the guy that doesn't want to spend on me. I don't want that. Mm-hmm. I've been with the guy that only sees me once a week. I don't want that. Mm-hmm. So as an older woman, guess what? You have your boundaries up, and you have these check marks that no man can check right away for you. So like
the perfect man, essentially.
Because you've gained experience. It's like playing in a maze, right? The first time you do a maze, you don't get it. The second time you get through it. The third time you get way faster than the fifth time. As a woman, right? You don't want to deal with it, right? So as a man, if I go younger, I'm able to deal with a woman that's fresh. It doesn't have all those opinions right away. I can mold her more into like, hey, look.
You can control her.
Not control her.
That's what it sounded like. Can I tell you, because this is very contradicting everything you're saying, because you're talking about having a good woman by your side, someone you can grow old with, looks fade, but then you're saying older men go for younger women because they're less opinionated, they look better, they don't have as many miles as the older women, they have no boundaries. So what is it? Do you want a woman that can be by your side despite the amount of money you have and success? Because I'm going to tell you, the younger girls, that's what they look at. They want a bag spent on them. They want to be tricked on. They want to go take flights. The older women can do it themselves, you know? So what are you looking for?
Older women can do it themselves. They're all about, I can do it myself. I know what check mark I'm looking for, you know? So I'm not like older women, just like older men, you know, we know what we want because we've experienced a significant amount of people.
That is true though, because I feel like I am a boss. Like I could get it on my own, but I always felt like I used to be too bossy. Like I wouldn't
independent.
be too independent, where I'm like, no, I don't need the help. And the older I'm getting, like, no, I do need the help. Like, I think it's just being in survival mode with the men you date. Like I used to date men who really didn't have it. Like, you're a high quality man. I didn't date men like that before. Like, they didn't really have it all, so I couldn't depend on them. So now, where I'm now having higher standards for myself, I now know, like, no, there is things that I need to be more submissive on, and I do need help a little bit. You know what I mean?
And then you're also not going to go for, like, the 42-year-old with 3 chains, and he looks like he has money, and he's popping bottles at the clubs. You know he doesn't have any money.
Right.
You know this guy because you've experienced, hey, these are the guys that really are just faking it to get these girls, you know?
Yeah.
So now your level goes up, right? So it's harder for you to, like, I'm not going to deal with that guy.
Yeah.
So if you do see a guy, you're like, I want more of an accomplished
successful,
guy, right? I would say
educated.
women, they choose at the finish line. Mm. They don't choose at the beginning line for men.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean they choose at the finish line? What does that mean?
Choose at the finish line a man that's accomplished. They want a man that's accomplished.
We don't want to be the woman
You're not
of the
going after a 24-year-old guy that has
who's
nothing.
Figuring it out.
Yeah, he's figuring it out. You want a man with a house, car. That's already done. You expect that.
Yeah.
You know, he's got his own priorities. He maybe has a business. He has something set up for him. And that's what I'm saying. You're looking at the finish line, and that's where the competition comes into play, you know?
I think it's fair to say that not all women think that way, at least for me. Like, right. I have my own in terms of I live on my own. I have my own car. I pay my own bills, right? That's what I would expect from a man that I am seeing, right? Would you not agree?
Yeah. But let's say you got pregnant, right? And you can't work, can't do anything. You and your spouse that you chose, you have to choose carefully, correct?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I've had women literally that have been on my show cry because being a single mom, just doing it yourself, you're asking your family for help, you're asking other people for help
It's
that
tough.
you've never asked before, because at the end of the day, you chose wrong. You fucked up and you chose wrong. This man played into you, you had a kid with him, and you know what? He's
Sold
really
you a
not there for
dream.
you. So you, as a woman, you got to be very, very careful in your older age when I'm ready to settle down with somebody. Can this man provide for me and take care of me? And that has to be first. And that solid feminism also with being a boss and all that is ruining things because guys are getting more feminine and they're like,
Very
oh,
sassy.
she's going to take care of me. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, when you're pregnant and you're sitting there, you can't breathe and you're going through all that pain, and that's going to happen for a
Plus
good
providing
amount.
for yourself,
Plus
and you have
for-
to provide for.
you can't work,
baby.
right?
Yeah,
So
it's tough.
in general, you have to be very picky, and that's the
Yeah.
same with older men that do run businesses and do like that are successful. Because if I pick wrong, right, no matter who you are as a man, you get sad, okay?
Yeah.
And if that woman leaves you, there's still a significant amount of sadness that hurts a man. Because we love hard, right? Restraining orders and all that stuff, guys stalking you, going in there, those could be high caliber men. Those could be low caliber men. Usually it happens in the younger age because they're like, I'll never get another woman like this. So they go crazy. Guys literally go nuts when they lose their woman. They start stalking her. That's the social media. She looks so good. Why is she not answering my calls? But she'll go for any average Joe because she's trying to get over you too, correct?
Yeah.
Some girls really do that.
But can
So,
I tell you, I've never had a man be like that.
you never had a man stalk
Like,
you like that? Crazy?
like, I mean, calls, sure, but like, never like do crazy shit, like out of pocket shit to me.
I've just seen it like from
I have,
the
and
show
it's insane.
I had a guy literally just stalk a girl all day. You know, she was on my show and she was telling me like, this guy literally rammed his car into mine just so we had to file an insurance. Guys,
I'm sorry,
guys
but
are nuts.
I
are
think
nuts.
I also think though, like it's who you attract. Like, I'm sorry, I don't tolerate that type of behavior. Like the second I see it, red flag, I'm out of there. I don't do that. I can't afford it. I don't come from a family like that, so it's not what I know. It's not what I'm used to.
You said tolerate, right? Mm-hmm. If they don't let you tolerate it, what are you gonna do?
What do you mean?
Like you said, you don't tolerate that behavior.
I don't.
With some guys, like if you got involved with a guy that never gets any women, right? Because guys don't get a lot of women. You got to understand that. Some of you girls are around guys that do, and those are like, let's just say for Chicago, your club promoters, your CEOs, your NFL players, your NBA players, right? There's a significant amount of guys. It's like on our show, we've like noted, you know, interviewed over 3,000 girls, right? The top 5% of guys are fucking 90% of the girls in Chicago. Like
Yeah.
that's noted. The top guys are literally been through.
Can I
most
ask
of
what
Chicago.
type of women did you have on your show?
We had educated, we had ghetto, we had girls from the south side, north side. We had everything.
And did every interview go the same way?
it literally did, yeah.
Okay. Put me on your show next.
Yeah.
I want to see
I'm
what's
just
up.
saying it did go the same way. We put our validation and credibility up because at the end of the day, women don't want to be feminine at all anymore. They want to be the boss, right?
But I think that stems from
I want to go back to what you said because you said you don't tolerate it. But I feel like even with when I used to date somebody that was like batshit crazy, I feel like when a guy knows he does lose a good woman, he's gonna go crazy, whether or not I tolerate it or not.
But
He'll
there's-
find you.
But
right?
there's
Yeah, he'll
levels.
find you.
But I think there's levels of crazy. There's a level that you just unfortunately you cannot pass with me. Like there's boundaries there. Yeah, call me crying, leave me voicemails, pull up to my house. I've had that, sure, but like beyond that, no, I can't say I haven't.
What's
had
your
that.
longest relationship?
Like 5 years,
5 years? Okay.
and then it was 3 years.
And then the breakups are never, you're not friends with them or anything, right?
No, I am never friends with my exes.
Okay. Yeah, that's one thing too. You can never be friends with them. It's over. It's over.
It is hard.
That's the hard part, yeah. Because you also lose a good person, right? Sometimes you're like, man, I wish I could call them to like help me. They used to help me with this or
Yeah.
this, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem. Is
I was friends with an ex that I was like, well, we still are friends, but we dated for like 7 years, but he doesn't live here. He lives in Detroit. But I know that it's kind of hard because I could tell like he's also in a relationship, even though me and the girl, we don't know each other, but she follows me on social media and like it's no beef, but it's still a little like, I just never want to get into something where I can ruin a relationship because I don't want him back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You try to play it cool, but
Yeah, but it's still hard, you know?
Yeah, it's in general. There's no going back, and you're hurting the next guy you get involved with because you're staying.
There has to be boundaries.
Somehow connected
for
to
sure.
this guy.
If I was in a relationship,
and
there's always history. I feel like inevitable history. So
it's like the new thing now is women with a gay best friend. That's the new thing. I'm being honest, right? Yeah. Every woman I know, I have a couple girlfriends and people that they just have a gay best friend. You know, that's still a man.
You don't like that?
I think it. I think they try to validate emotions and stuff through their gay best friend, and he's a man, but he's also like very feminine. So like you don't tell a fisherman how to fish, right? And ask the fish how to catch fish, right?
I agree though, because me and my best friend, he's gay, but I don't take none of his advice because it's like it's not the same as if I was talking to my girls. Like you said, he's still a man. He's gonna think like a man. He's not a fucking girl. So I can't get the same advice that I would get if I was talking to Elodie or my other best friends. Like
and that's why women do. I believe women and men can be friends to a point, like where hey, I need advice about this guy. You know, like you know guys that you're like
you can go to
work with it or you talk to or whatever. Like you can get some kind of advice. You know. What were you saying?
No, I was looking at our notes real quick that we had.
Yeah. So, like friendships are hard to keep because, in general, people always think, oh, I'm gonna get with this person or I want to hook up with this person because there's some kind of friendship, but. I used to think men and women couldn't be friends, but I had to change the opinion on that. I think they can be friends to a point.
To an extent. I agree. I don't think it could be like too bestie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my man to have a girl best friend and like always go to her about our shit. Like, no, you got a girl. Come to me.
No, I want to know. What's your horoscope?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, you're a Libra.
You're a Libra? We're Libras? Oh my God. I did not know that. That's fucking nuts.
I don't know why I was going to say a Gemini or a Sag.
You guys really believe in this though?
I do.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
I try not to too much, but I feel like I don't know.
I do.
I don't
Libra,
know too much
when's
about
your
Libra
birthday?
men, though.
4th of October.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean,
I know I like you for some reason.
I just don't think it really means anything, you know?
Sorry about that interruption, guys. We are back on air, and I was getting ready to ask Fad a good question. I forgot what it was. I had a lot of questions in mind.
You asked, we were off air, you asked, do men cheat, right?
Do all men cheat?
Do all men cheat?
Okay.
Do you believe all men cheat? Yeah.
I believe that the longer a relationship lasts, depending on the caliber of man, he can get the urge to cheat. Yes. Do I believe all men cheat? No, I can't say every man cheats, right? I believe the urges are there. But this is where we talk about.
I think all men are tempted.
Yes,
to cheat.
this is where we talk about a guy that's ran through enough women, has been through enough women, and a woman that's experienced enough herself that like I know this is a good man, and I'm not gonna go cheat on him because it ain't worth it. You know, that's the same with men. A guy that's been. You want your man. I know this is gonna sound crazy. You want your man that had a lot of women partners already, you know? I'm not going to cheat on you if I've been with the girls with the big tits and big asses. I've been with the skinny girls. I've been with the little models. I've been with the IG models. I've been with the cheerleaders, you know? I've been with the lovable. Like, the more experience you have, I'm just saying the more experience you have.
Shout out that lovable.
The more experience you have as a man, like I've been with significant amount of women, the less likely I'm going to say, hey, let me just get up and go cheat on my woman, you know? Because I know the value that she brings to me. So why would I go and say, hey, look, this girl's good looking, you know?
What are the values that she brings to you?
My woman?
Yeah.
So we're going to get on this. I knew you guys are going to keep going.
I want to know.
Loyalty, trustworthy, knows when, hey, look, you need to take a step back. We need to kind of, you know, not talk to each other for a little bit. Be able to let me work.
Falls in place for you.
Yeah.
That's what you like.
Well, let me work. Let me do me for a little bit sometimes and know, like, we're both going to have our differences. You're going to grow and I'm going to grow. And every 7 years, she's going to get a different man and I'm going to get a different woman. Oh. You change. You guys know that, right? Psychologically speaking, every 7 years, you are a different person.
Yeah.
Your
cells are different. Your body's different.
7 years, I was a different man.
Yeah, you either grow with me or you're getting left the fuck behind.
I was a different
man.
So
do you believe in marriage?
I believe in marriage. Yes, I do. Because I believe in the oath you take and being able to say, hey, look, I'm married. These are my kids. This is my wife. This is who I'm going to devote my life to, right? Now, a lot of men that I know, because I'm older, they're married, and then they realize, like, oh, I got married, now I don't need to do shit. That's the falsity of it, right? A lot of men get married, and guess what? 3-4 years, they're divorced. Why? They're not the same man that these women dated.
They get comfy.
Right?
They get comfy and fat.
Yeah, they stop even trying, right? So if you don't get your woman pregnant, right? And I'm just being honest, you get married to her, you guys don't have kids in the next 3 years, divorce is still on the table. She still thinks you guys are dating. Even though the wedding ring on and everything took place, right?
I also think people get married for the look.
Together. The kid is what keeps you together.
I was going to mention that, sis.
Yeah,
because
I think people get married for the look.
Not
so?
that, but like, I feel like at some point, men do end up with a woman like that they objectify. Like, it's a trophy wife, you know?
There's a lot of damage that comes with
I agree. They look past what a good woman is.
Right. And especially of a man of your caliber, I feel like, I don't know, do you see that often in your range of people?
They marry girls that don't look like trophy wives, you know, because
they cheat on them with trophy.
No. Because those women are really good women in general, and like they're not looking for validation from 100, 200 different men, you know, on Instagram or on social media, on TikTok. When you have a trophy wife, like you're saying,
a good woman, which is an honest woman.
An honest woman. She doesn't need to like post herself all the time. These trophy wives are IG models that a lot of these guys, let's say NBA players, right, that they marry, a lot of them are still getting divorced, right? And they're getting taken really hard, you know? So you're talking about a man of my caliber about believing in marriage, right? Mm-hmm. If you made 20 to 30 million a year and you were generating a certain amount, right? No matter what, because I have one of my friends that's gotten taken. And he makes a lot more.
What does taken mean?
Taken means child support, alimony, even marriage lifestyle. I don't know if you guys know that. If a woman is living with you for 7 to 10 years and you guys get divorced, you still will pay money and just like how she was living.
Despite a prenup?
Despite a prenup, it doesn't matter. After the 7-year mark gets going, that's it.
I didn't know
so
that.
You could have the best prenup, it doesn't matter. She's used to a certain lifestyle, you're going to still pay. And my buddy, he's getting taken for a lot.
But don't you think she deserves that?
I think like
after divorce?
You build let's just say
it depends. If she wasn't a good woman,
let's just take this. This podcast builds up, right? You guys are doing you sign a $25 million deal, okay? You meet a man, right? Good man. Mm-hmm. You guys get married. Let's say you get divorced, right? Now you're the breadwinner. Does he deserve half of something that you built before he came in? He's there and been there. Now, does he deserve that? Just think about that.
That's actually happened in my family with one of my aunts. Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it. I don't know.
Would you want to share half of what you built? You and her grinded, right? Let's say 10 years you're doing this podcast. Somebody picks you guys up for $25 million. You got 100,000 subscribers, right? You're working your ass off. And then you fall in love, you get married, you have a kid with a guy. He's not going to make as much as you, but he's doing pretty well for himself. Mm-hmm. You guys get divorced, it's reversed.
I think it's circumstantial. What if he was at home taking care of the kids? Like me being selfish, I would hate to give someone else my money, earned money. But being on the other side,
does he need to be a multimillionaire because of you?
No, I agree. But to a certain extent, like if it was the opposite way and I was the one taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, did nothing with myself besides be a stay-at-home wife, I would want some of that money to take care of myself.
Of course, yes. I believe that.
Yeah, I agree with this.
But half and all of what
I think that just comes from like being spiteful and hurt. Mm-hmm. That's why people go after the half, because what stands in between people? Money.
Yeah.
Money kills everything.
Money runs the world. Most divorces are 70% of finances.
Exactly.
That's why they get divorced, right?
So, do you think for a relationship to last, though, the man has to love the woman more?
Absolutely, yeah. He has to be crazy about her.
Really?
I don't think it works if a woman likes a man more, to be honest.
You have to find a woman that's obsessed with you. She doesn't have to like you more. You have to find a woman that's obsessed with you.
What makes a woman obsessed, though?
Hey, what did you eat today? What are you doing? She's asking questions. She's checking in. What's going on with you? How do you feel? Like, she's obsessed. In the beginning, it's a woman that, hey, she's always, she's up my ass. I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I have to make sure. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, though. Like, she's checking on me. I don't just get to, if something happens to me, I know she's there for me. I know she's obsessed with me. But then it'll reverse,
But what is the difference between a woman being like that and a doormat? Because I don't want to be a doormat. I don't want to just be there.
Define a doormat, please.
A woman that's just always there checking in on a man, doing everything for him, and he does nothing. Like,
But you're
and then
saying-
she leaves, and all of a sudden he wants to be the version of himself that she's always wanted.
But you're saying that he does nothing for you, so why would you stick around? If
Yeah,
he does
I wouldn't
nothing?
want to be with somebody who does nothing.
But that's
the man's
I
gonna
wouldn't
start
even
you're
doing
stuff on
saying
his ass.
so you're saying it's reciprocated.
Yes,
then.
it has
for
to be
sure.
reciprocated.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't just be a doormat. No
Okay.
way. But I'm saying you find yourself a good woman that actually like cares. You could tell she cares. She doesn't want you
Right.
for just your money. You know, and that's a very hard thing for a lot of guys that make a lot of money. Start thinking right away, oh, she's only with me for my money.
I was gonna say, how do you know when a woman is just with you for your money?
You test her.
So men do that.
Wait, how do you
I
test her? What do you do?
For me, I've been in a lot of relationships, right? I'll know that this is it's over. It's transactional. I know when it turned into that. You know.
How do you know?
Well, how do you know?
Because she'll be like, hey, I'm trying to get my lips done. Can you send me the money for it, right?
Can you pay my rent?
Hey, I need you to take
Hey, I
care-
need this car note paid.
Hey, I need you to do this for me. Is it okay if you send this? Like, okay, yeah. But when she's asking right away for that after like the first month, and she's asking for help like that right away, honey, this turned transactional.
I just watched this other podcast. It was saying how like women who actually like you do not ask for help. And
They're scared
women who
too.
don't
Scared
like
too.
you do ask for help. And that is so fucking
That
true
is
because
true.
I've been in that position. Like I've dated men and I probably are not even high quality men and I would never ask for help even though I was probably struggling and he probably didn't even know. But then I would ask somebody who I did know who had money and be like, "Hey, can you help me?" It was weird. I don't know why.
Where's the fine line then? Because if he sees you're struggling and he doesn't help you, does that mean he doesn't like me?
No. You just
maybe the image we're
like
portraying.
okay, look, like as soon as you meet somebody, let's just two brand new people, right? Mm-hmm. And you meet. It's 1 month, right? 1 month goes on, and you guys are hitting it off. He's taking you out to eat. You guys are enjoying yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't really start opening up to a man, right? And start telling him all your problems.
No.
correct?
Typically,
No.
I don't like him at first, and
Yeah.
then I like him.
Same. Right. Until they don't like
It's
me.
so
Like, why
opposite.
you don't like me?
I know it's fucked
Yeah,
up.
but like after a while, a man, if he really cares about you, he start asking you about your life. Hey, so how are you doing? This and that. Like, let me know so I can help.
To learn more about you,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I agree. If a man's not asking you question, ladies, at all, getting to want to know you more, he does not fuck with you for real.
At all.
I really know that. I really know that. Because if I'm asking you more questions about yourself and you
I'm
don't
too
care,
consumed. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You don't care to know about me and where I come from. That's
But then
crazy.
high caliber men, like, okay, we have two different areas we're going to put you in. We're going to throw you in the sex only category, or we put you in the marriage relationship category. Hey, let me try that out.
So what is the difference between the both? Like, how do you know
Sex
when it's
only
just
category. She's outside. She promotes herself all day on social media.
sex? Is she a bottle server?
She,
Do you like bottle girls?
I don't like bottle girls.
Have you
Right.
dated bottle girls?
I've been with bottle girls and dated many at the same time. So because I knew what they were about, I can't compete with that level of validation. There we go back to Instagram, to a woman that's getting 100, 200 likes, and that she's getting 40 or 50 guys in her phone every week. She's trying to sell business, right? Those men that come and buy tables, some of them make
I
more.
actually could see why
Yeah.
men don't like bottle girls.
I'm just saying, like, bottle girls are kind of like, they have to sell themselves to a business, right? That's their business, all right? But their business also is entailed to, hey, I need to send 50 to 60 messages to sell these bottles to make my money, So I'm sending that to high caliber men or men that, hey, come visit me at work, right? Those men that come visit you at work, honey, they're into you. Don't think they're not.
Right, they want
and
one thing,
They
for
don't
sure.
care that you have a man.
they want
don't
that
care.
coochie.
Yeah, they don't care.
So automatically sex category?
They get the sex only category, yeah.
Damn. What about us?
What?
We're bottle girls.
I mean, whether or not they think that they ain't getting it, so I don't care. That's why, yeah.
But I'm interested to know your perspective because when you first met me, you were like, "Damn, I've never seen you,
I've never
heard
of
of you."
Yeah, I've never heard.
And
of
like, obviously, we've had conversations where there's more to me than just bottle service. Like,
yeah, I mean, as you get to know people, you can start looking past that in detail. But you also got to be really wary. If you took out your phone right now, right? I guarantee there's over 50 messages in there.
there's actually not.
With bottle service?
With
But that's
bottle
why I said
service,
I
if
see
you're
why-
actually promoting bottle service, and that's your job to do, there's messages in there. Maybe not 50 or whatever, but the higher the following count is, I mean,
Since
what's
I
your
think as
following
bottle
right
girls-
now?
17.5.
17,000. So on a view, you get what? Maybe 3,000 views when we share. So 3,000 views, if we take 10% of that, maybe 300 you conduct to. I'm
this
just
how
saying
men think?
It's systematic,
Wait,
yeah.
as bottle service, though, I think with me and Elodie, I think we are great workers. We have the best work ethic. But
we
as
don't
bottle
make it our
girls,
personality.
We suck because I'm not going to go look for
There are some girls
men
that that's
to
what
come.
they do, though. You
I know,
I don't
but that's what I'm
post.
saying. I see why men don't like bottle girls because there are bottle girls who have to go do that. They flirt their way in and get
And-
men to come in.
Yeah, and another reason
I'm over it.
I don't like bottle girls. Some bottle girls really think they're celebrities. Bitch, all you
Yeah.
do is hold up a sign and do that. You're not. You're not a lawyer. You're not a doctor. You're not a nurse. Like, you didn't do anything. You're not a celebrity, honey. Like, there's nothing to it, you know? Like,
Damn.
some girls really, like,
Yeah.
I agree. I
they really
agree.
think that
I
they're the
agree.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
listen,
You have to bring more to
that
the
bar
table.
fires you, you're not working.
Yeah.
That's it.
I
Like,
agree.
I'm seeing more of this industry on both sides, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I used to be just the guy come in, get a bottle or two and whatever, and I would see. But like literally, I remember now I'm seeing both sides of it more and more in detail. Like some of these girls really think they're celebrities.
Yeah.
Like,
And I know you be humbling them.
I don't know. I just don't talk. Honestly,
You not
I
talking?
I don't talk.
That's
I don't have anything to say.
That's crazy.
You know, my mom
Okay.
said you have nothing nice to say. Don't say nothing at all.
Period.
Because, you know, why does a guy buy a bottle? Do you guys ever think about that? Why?
Just to flex.
To flex, yeah.
To impress women.
For the clout.
Yeah.
Impress women,
for sure.
right? Everything is done for
Just
women.
I
to
actually-
money.
Everything is done for women.
I actually am not impressed by that.
Okay, you're
At all.
not. You're not. Okay, you're
Neither.
older. Younger women are. Younger
Older or
women,
not.
younger women are impressed. Can we agree to that? Are
No,
younger women
because
impressed
we
by
were
bottles?
22 working at Bevy and it just didn't impress us.
You were
No.
working there, so you saw the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been exposed to it since
Okay.
really young, so we
talk-
understand.
I know a lot of women. They're like bottle chasers. They go wherever
Oh,
guys
yeah.
are
We've
popping bottles.
seen it.
That's what they do, right?
We've seen it.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't keep speaking about about us. But yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of women are like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do, right?
They get impressed by it.
They get impressed by it. The cars, the fancy watches that guys have on. What guys buy stuff for women? We don't really care about the stuff we have. We get it for women. Everything is done for women in general. Yeah. Oh, I did it for myself. Yes, I got all this stuff for myself. But that's why guys do flex on Instagram, and that is to attract women, right?
Yeah.
With the
Just to show
watches.
off the money.
It's
The
a
watches is
vicious
the big
cycle.
thing.
It's a vicious cycle for sure.
Wars were fought over women back in the day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but also pyramids were built by men back in the day, and they're not being built anymore.
men built everything, right?
No, they just order
mics,
bottles.
The mics we're talking on, men built. They programmed these.
How do you know that?
I know for a fact.
You know, sure.
The
it was built by men.
the AC that's right now was done by men. The structure of here, where the conduit and everything is going in, is done by
Okay,
men.
back to the question I had for you.
Okay.
Does a woman's value go down when she fucks on the first date?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. Man, is it just you that fucked her on the first date, or did Bob, Jim, and Joe fuck her on the first date?
No, we don't want Bob, Jim, and
How
Joe.
did I hear about, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, let's leave it just
The basis
just
question?
the basis. Yeah.
Just you.
Okay. Her value doesn't go down, okay? Because a man like me, in general, I don't have all the time in the world to pay attention to you. So if I have sex with you on the first date, I could still call you the next day. I'm still interested, right?
Okay.
Like, I don't have the time to chase women all day. So, yes, it happened. Her value doesn't go down because that's a man. She's not going to get a lot of opportunities with a man like me. Now, with other men, that's all they do all day is they chase women, right? Like, you're not going to get an opportunity with a businessman that does 20, 30 million a year in revenue or 50 million. Like, those guys aren't around as much as you think. You're talking top 1%. That's it.
So you're saying if she didn't give him no coochie, then her value went down?
No.
It's like,
I'm
You ain't
not
gonna get
saying
me
that.
no
I'm not saying
more.
that at all. It's just the attention span. A guy doesn't have a lot of attention. Like, he can't give you as much attention when he's always working too, right? His life is work too, just as much as, you want to pursue a man like that because you're looking at the finish line, right? You see the finished product.
Yeah.
You weren't with him when he was grinding and building himself up. You don't want to be
Right.
like
So
that.
now it's like you're just fitting into his world, essentially.
Yes, you start fitting in, and then you have to though, but in detail, if I do get it on the first day, right? I'm not texting her first.
Oh.
I'm gonna wait till my attention span is not gonna be right away to her.
If she fucks you on the first date, you're not texting her first.
I'm not texting her.
Now,
first
had she
tomorrow.
not fucked you on the first date, would you text her first?
Yeah, I would start
Why?
being more interested.
Because the
Feel
chase.
Yeah.
The chase, and then I know, hey, look, it doesn't matter. Like, she's holding herself to a higher standard, and I have to start paying more attention to this. Like, I have to start putting more effort into her if I see her in my life or not.
Okay, I like
so
that.
having a couple dates is way better for a woman to do as opposed to the first date and I got it, you know?
Yeah.
So, and
Hold
what
that
do you guys
coochie tight,
think,
y'all.
too?
I mean, me personally, I would rather not fuck on the first date because I feel like once you do that, they don't try hard enough after that. It doesn't matter if you have the best coochie in the world, the worst coochie in the world. Like, I don't think, like, after you give up the coochie, they're just not going to try hard. They're going to be like, okay, that was easy. Well, do you want to do movies? Like, no, I like dates. Like, I want to continue the date. So I really wouldn't want to fuck.
Yeah, I mean, when as you get older as a woman, right? Let's say you're in your 30s or late 20s, right? You need to, just like us, you need to test out the car before you marry. You know, you can't.
Oh yeah, I agree.
What if he's just horrible in bed, or she's just fucking horrible too, right?
Yeah.
Do you
I mean,
want
I
something
wouldn't
like
want to
that?
wait forever, but I mean, if it's there and the connection's there, then yeah, sure. I mean,
Well, for me, I
And
can't
that's
fuck.
a dangerous part too, like you said.
Yeah, I
What?
feel like waiting forever,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I wouldn't want to wait forever.
He's not getting it from you. He's gonna start
getting
looking
it from
around.
somebody else.
For
He's
sure.
gonna look
No,
around,
we were
yeah.
just talking about that in our
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, like for me, it's really hard for me to even want to fuck on the first date because I get the ick so fast from men that I don't know immediately if I like you or not. Like, I don't know.
You have to have that emotional connection, you know?
And I need that stimulation, like be something more than just a good looking man. Because I like ugly men too, but you got to just provide something to make me want to get like,
Provide
you know?
something in which detail?
Like
money?
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
No.
Provide something in which detail?
No, because actually I've talked to a lot of men with money and I left them where they were at because I don't like who they are internally. So it's not the money. I have my money. It's more so like intellectually. Do we vibe? Do we have each other's chemistry? Like, do you get my juices flowing?
I feel like a man, like he dated you, right? I don't feel like you would like boundaries or restrictions. Like, you wouldn't deal with that, and that's where you're saying I get the ick right away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a guy tell you, "Hey, lady, I really don't want you going out like this, like that anymore. I don't want you wearing that anymore. I don't want you at this club anymore." Right? That's when you know really a man cares. See, women see that as, "Oh, my man's controlling. He don't want me doing shit."
Mm.
And then, like, if a man's telling you, let's say you said guys with money, right? A high caliber man or a guy of a net worth, "Hey, I really don't want you out like doing this stuff. I'm gonna tell you once, and then I'm gonna tell you again." But you, I feel like, nah, fuck that, dude. I make my own money. I make my
Old
own bread.
Elodie, yes, would totally be like that. But mature Elodie, starting to understand, you know, how men work a little better.
Yeah.
And not hating men, because I used to have this super big personality of hating men. I would like to have a conversation. One thing about me is I love communication. So I would want a man to explain to me why. Like, get me to understand your level of thinking.
Okay, let's take it back, okay? Right? Let's say I'm a female and you're a male, right? I look phenomenal. I have nice, you know, I look phenomenal. I'm a bad bitch. That's what you girls say it now,
Yeah.
right? I'm in the club, right? And there's 100 men and there's maybe 10 girls that look like me, right? Yes, you have your strong energy, you're strong, I'm gonna say no, etc., right? You're telling me that just one of these guys, like you, I'm a woman, right? 100 guys keep coming up to me, "Hey, come get a drink. Hey, come do this, come do this." It's even I'm saying no, right? I just keep saying no, I'm not interested, I'm good. My man got me. I could be like one of those cocky girls, right? But guess what? They're still opening me up, right? Now I go home and I go to my man and what? You didn't send me anything. You didn't give me any money. I needed this and I needed help with this. Or we're arguing about something, right? Well, now I know I go to the club. I got like 100 guys drooling over me. This man at my house that is with me, he's being a fucking asshole to me. He treats me like shit right now. But because I've been with him for 2-3 years, you know? But here I am. These guys are actually excited to see me. My man is not excited to see me, right? So women, that's just like role reversal, right? Like, you're at the club enjoying yourself. You're getting all these opportunities too. You meet people. No matter what, like, you can be so closed off, but you meet people, correct?
I agree. Something new always feels nice. I get it. The potential, the thought of it. And I'm not going to lie, that used to be how I was in past relationships because I did seek a lot of that validation. But now, like, being who I am and healing that version of me, I don't really care for that validation. So I think it's really the type of women you date. And we talked about this. Like, the people that you attract is a version of who you are. We always talk about that.
But that
Right?
goes the same way with women too, right? Who do you guys attract? What are you looking for?
Oh, I agree. That's why I decided to start changing, because I wasn't liking the men I was attracting.
Yeah. And I think just giving yourself more self-love, because I honestly, what you just said was so crazy, because that you literally just explained a story when I was in a relationship like that. I was with a man that honestly didn't really give me much. And I would go to the club and it was, guy, here's $500, here's $1,600. And I would go back home and I'm like, damn, like, and I'm laying in bed with a guy who can't even buy me a coffee, which is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was me seeking the validation. It was just me understanding, like, do you even love yourself? Like, why are you with somebody who honestly doesn't even want to, not even like, because I give myself so much love, but it's just like, why am I with somebody that's not even filling my cup? Like, that's when I knew, like, I had to walk away from that. So I don't even know if it was like seeking.
But you started realizing you had more options, correct?
Right,
The
yeah.
options are there.
Yeah.
If it's also really hard for men to get women. Some men they only get 1 or 2 women a year, if that, you know? I'm being honest.
Really? I'm
being dead honest. You guys may assume a lot of these guys are getting a bunch of girls. They're not. It's very few.
But they're in a lot of girls' DMs.
Yes, that's what you have to
DMs
do.
just
You
kill
can shoot,
everything.
a shooter's
Yeah.
gonna shoot, right?
That's true.
He's got to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a man that's for everybody, or like tricking on everybody, or not exclusively, like, oh my God. One thing for me, if you're trying to get at me and you're in all my friends' likes and
I don't
follows,
like that. Yeah.
yo,
That shit's wild.
that is
Yeah.
crazy.
as hell. I don't
That's
like
what I'm
that at all.
saying. If you're for everybody, you're going to show me that without you even telling me. You know? But we also like exclusive men.
Yeah, too. And I hope us girls, we get rid of the men who are always in your DMs. They're not doing shit for you. Like,
Right.
don't get impressed by that.
Like you guys, like they're trying to get to know you. Right?
No, if
Out
you're
of me-
trying
out
to
of
get
me
to know
you.
me,
Through
plan
social
something.
media is crazy.
Through social media, yes, you're right. It is crazy. But that, like the new generation, the younger men, they grew up with the tablets in their hands, right?
Yeah.
Everything is done through social media. So that is their way of reaching out. Now, the older men,
Consistently, though?
they'll come up and talk to you. They'll have conversations with you, and you meet a guy that, like, hey, he didn't grow up in that generation with their phone in their hand.
Yeah.
But yes, most guys literally will meet you, even in person, not say anything. A day later, they're messaging you in the DMs. Like,
Yeah.
that's how they communicate
I think
now.
that's
guys
why-
guys are very scared to communicate with women. You know that, right?
Yeah, and it shows. It's giving like that's why they're so sassy nowadays.
Can
They're
I
not
ask you
being
something,
men.
too? Have you ever had a threesome?
Yeah.
You have? Okay, why is that every man's dream? Obviously, I know it's 2 girls hooking up, but like men, I feel like
It's like a fantasy.
Yeah, is it just like a fantasy?
I mean, when do you have the threesome, right? Like after you've been with your partner for a while and you want to add another person just to do it, or what is it?
Yeah.
So when he does that, the relationship's over. I want to let you know that right now. The
Really?
relationship's over.
Wait. Repeat that?
So you don't believe in polygamy?
No. Once a man says, hey, can we add another girl to like have a threesome feeling a certain way, the relationship's over. He's not that into you anymore.
Ooh.
He's not. He's just not that into you.
Yeah.
Why? You provide enough. Why should
Yeah,
he-
why do you want another fucking girl?
But the younger guys, it all values on what you do. When you're single, you go have a threesome. You know,
Yeah.
like that's something you go do. You don't look for it when you're in a relationship and add somebody. That's when you know the relationship is done.
Yeah.
It's dwindled down. He's not that into you. Your body is just, that's it. It means
it's not
nothing.
even a template
And
for him
that's one thing. Women should value their body count.
Yeah.
You know, the higher the body count, the lower respect men will have for you. You know, if I know, let's just say Elodie, right? For example saying, right? If I know Elodie's at like, she slept with this guy, right? If I went after her, you like, okay, well, that's a one-off for me. You know, I'll put her in the sex-only category. That's it. Hey, this guy was with her, like, so you got to be careful on, like, who you do sleep with, where, you know, like, the one-night stands and all that, you know, because guys talk like little bitches now, too.
Man,
That's
say
all
it
they
again.
do, right? That's all they do is talk.
Are they just bored? They're not getting no money? They're
Guys
broke?
are worse. Guys
They are
that like
worse.
that's all they do. Oh, I've been with her. Oh, I've been.
It's
with her.
another
You know what I'm
flex.
saying?
It's another flex.
But and they'd be like, that's his girl, and I've been with her.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's the biggest pride killer to another man too.
I agree.
Is that the biggest turnoff you think for a man?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when you know your woman was with another guy, that's like, you'd rather not know her history at all. You know what I'm saying?
Like if she's with a lame?
I would rather get a girl from like Texas that maybe she could be a whatever out there, right? As long as no one knows her and whatever, and I don't know, then just leave it to yourself. I don't want to know, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the same with you guys? Like you don't want
No,
a man
for
that
sure.
every
Yo.
girl's been with, right?
Yeah. No, I agree with you 100%. I think women should respect themselves more and be untouchable, because like nobody wants a fucking woman who's been ran through. Like, I wouldn't as a man personally. So I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
But like the only way for a man to really like grow up, and this is where we talk about the finish line with women. You guys choose at the finish line because a man has to go through a bunch of women, right? And I know it sounds crazy, whatever. You have to be with a lot of women so you're not looking like, oh, I want to experience this, I want to experience that. Like, I've already done all that, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm going to value what I got as opposed to, like, hey, I'm going to be shopping around or this girl with this huge ass, I wonder what it's like, you know?
Having those sexual urges. I'm glad you bring that up, though, because that leads me to my next question. Does a man save a good woman for later? Is that a thing?
What do you mean by save a good woman? So, like, they're in a relationship?
No, like, say that you are the version of yourself that you want to be, right? They're not there yet. They still want to explore. They still want to have fun. The man. Does he still have that friendship with you to save you for later?
To get where he wants
to do what he needs to do, but not hurt you in the long run.
You guys, like, when you're friends with a woman, like, you're in the friend zone already, right? Can you really go from friends to a relationship? That's like really hard, right?
I would prefer to be friends with the man before I get in a relationship with them.
I don't know. I've never been put in that position, but
it's really hard. You know, like, we're friends and then we jump into a relationship. Like,
well, no, I'm not saying jump. That's what I'm saying. Like, is that a thing where a man saves a good woman for later because they know they can't give them what they deserve right now?
But they're going to keep the girl around.
Right, but they don't want to cut off that communication and that, I guess, access, right?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Or is it...
I never thought of it that way. That's a really good question. I never thought of it that way. I would say, in general, I don't think, you know, if he's not trying to get with you now, like, no, he's not keeping you around to get with you later. Why would he do that, right? What would be the point of that? So, like, that there's the basis of, can men and women really be friends, right? Like, I don't know. Why would he, like, can you elaborate which kind of man you're saying, or...
No, I mean, you answered the question. You
said it. Because if you don't think about it as a man, I mean, they probably don't think about it either.
Yeah, they're probably just like,
it's not
thinking about it too deep.
It's like, she's just not for me. I'm going to go keep looking for the one.
Yeah, and in general, like, when you're friends with a woman, right?
Or I might just go be with who is easy for him.
Right. That fits his...
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, but if you're saying, okay, I'm friends with her.
So what puts a woman in the married category?
So from the sex only in the married category? So... You want me to answer why she's in the sex only category first? Or?
No, I think you've already established that, you know, she's been ran through and whatever.
Yeah, she doesn't have a...
How does a girl get proposed to? Like, what does she got to do? Is that your question?
Yeah, what puts a girl in a married category?
Like, again, you have to go after a man that's more obsessed with you, right? That he's going to put you first, okay? So... A lot of women will chase a man that has no interest in them. Okay, you have to give these guys a chance that are really interested in you, right? Like, they're ecstatic. They're ecstatic just to be in your presence, and they're gonna go the extra mile. Like, you kind of like, it's like betting on horses, right? You're betting on that horse. He's gonna succeed and do good things, right? Stop looking to try to finish at the finish line, because the guy that's a multimillionaire, the guy that owns a bunch of stuff, that's gonna be, those guys, like, those are hard, extremely hard men to get to say, hey, I'm going to marry her, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Because they're going to test you. They're going to see, like, hey, what kind of value is she bringing to my life first? Hey, I could get this girl. You know, you have to break a shell into that, man. The same with men with pretty girls, right? Like, they have to break that shell. Like you said, I get the ick right away, or you get the ick right away. You'll cut off 90% of men right away. So there's a slim chance that gets actually into your head to have a conversation with you, right?
I agree, and I think it's something that we did in our past was self-sabotage a lot because we liked the chase. It was like the cat and mouse, and that was awful for us. I don't know why the fuck we even thought like that, because when we get men who actually like us, we're like, oh, why do you like me that much? Like, relax. But it's just like you just said, no, take that leap of faith and honestly just go and try it. Shit, it might even work out. You might even end up liking him too.
Yeah, and
instead of dealing with a man who's really not that interested in you.
Because it really, as you get older as a woman, what's the defining factor, right? Kids, correct? You could
For some people, yeah.
When you're 70 in that bed or 90 in that bed, right? And these people are coming to see you, right? You're passing away, right? You're not going to care about another Gucci bag or what car you were driving or anything. It's about the kids you had with the person and your
Yeah.
spouse, right? Now, if your spouse is obsessed with you, he's going to be there, correct? That's what you look for at the end of the day, correct?
Yeah. That was a good question, sis, to end it off.
Yeah. Alrighty. I have more questions, but we'll do another one. Well, thank you so much, Fad.
Thank
How
you
do you
guys.
say your
Thank
last
you.
name?
Akileh, like
Akileh?
It's Akileh Cocina is my
Oh,
last
nice.
name. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. Yeah.
Y'all
Thank
go
you.
check out his restaurant. It's in Fulton Market if you haven't.
Really nice, good food. Amazing drinks. I got fucked up the first day. I went to Mexican. I swear to God.
I appreciate you guys letting me come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank
we
you.
definitely
You were
need to
great.
have you back. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys.
And thank you guys for watching. Leave us feedback, comments, like everything down
And
below.
that's a wrappy.
Bye.